Hello, it's Caroline at For the Love of Crochet, and today I'm going to be giving you a peek side inside my bullet journal as a crocheter. But just in case you're not interested in a bullet journal, my main reason for this video is because I am designing a hexagon blanket. I'm designing it in my February spread. This is something that I have been wanting to do ever since I saw this one blanket, and I'm going to be sharing that with you. So in my crochet goals video of 2024, I'll list it here and down below. However, it was different. I listed 24 things to do in 2024, and I wanted to attack certain things, and one of them was design a hexagon blanket. So these are all the things that I show you in a previous video, but one of them was design a hexagon blanket. So this is my bullet journal. It is nothing fancy. I have been keeping track for the past 3 years. The first year I failed miserably after a few months. Last year, Todd and I broke up quite a few times throughout the year, and then back on and then back off again. We just broke up a few times. We were on a break. What I noticed is I don't work on my bullet journal or pay attention to my bullet journal. We break up when I get sick. So that's what happens. When I get sick, when I'm in pain, we break up. This year, we're trying not to break up this year. I would have really loved to use my notebook therapy. This is the notebook therapy book. Look at that, gorgeous, gorgeous. And look at those pages. But I couldn't wait. I wanted it now. So I went ahead and ordered this one on Amazon. It's okay. That's all right. Okay, so since I want to design a hexagon blanket, can't wait to share this with you. Cypress Textiles has some of the most beautiful designed hexagons, and she has a YouTube channel where she shows you how to make all of them. Okay, but I want to focus on one, and it was called Happy Little Tree, and I will link her. I'll put a picture of what it looks like here. It was absolutely beautiful. However, Sarah D. Crochet, who I did the Harvest Bear, a bear that I had made for Christmas as a gift. I'll link that video down below. She is an amazing designer. She does lots of amigurumi. She also does some loveys. Her favorite yarn is in Chipches. And, I can't wait to show. Okay, let's just start with the bullet journal. So I tried to do a big video of me making my whole spread and putting it all together and making all my lines and, making my mess ups as usual. So I'm just going to take another video to show you my spread. So here it is. Dun, da, da, dun. Here is my February spread, and this is going to be my hexagon blanket that I am going to make, and that is why I wanted to put it down on paper, because I thought, you know what, I'm a crocheter and I've always done squares, and my hexadaisy blanket I love, and I've always wanted to make hexagons, but I just don't do it. So now I'm gonna do it because it's in my bullet journal and it's in my 24 things to do in 2024. So now I'm well on my way. But what I want to share with you is that every month I'm going to make a new spread of hexagon designed blankets. I'm so looking forward to it. And so this is my first one. And if you notice, I have little flowers on my trees. This blanket was inspired by Sarah D. Crochet, and here is a photo of hers. She is absolutely brilliant. This is spectacular, absolutely gorgeous. One of my favorite things in the world are trees, bunnies, birds and tigers. And she made a tree blanket. I've seen one other tree blanket that I wanted to do, but it seemed way over my head. So this one, totally doable. I love the idea of putting a tree. You could turn this into an apple tree. You can turn this into a weeping willow tree. However you want to represent a tree, this is absolutely stunning. She did absolutely a fantastic job, which is why I wanted to make it. So I drew it out and I am going to make it. So excited. But before I show you all the hexagons that I made, the colors that I'm going with, and maybe some ideas for you, just know that I'm going to make one of these spreads every month, just in case you're interested or want to follow along and do your own hexagon blanket. Or maybe you have made a hexagon blanket. Maybe you've made one like this. I don't know. I have also started a Facebook, not a Facebook group, but I have a Facebook so that I could see your makes rather than through emails, or if you guys want to share with each other. I will link that down below, but I don't expect anything. And it's just in case. In case, I know a lot of people tell me that they made a bunny, but they can't exactly share a picture, then they'd have to email me. But if you're already friends with me and then you just post a picture, that's awesome. And I can see it and everyone else can see it. So I went ahead and made a Facebook, but it's okay. I'm not expecting anything. But it would be cool if you made a hexagon blanket and I could see yours. Okay. So this next page, I have a monthly little calendar here, and I'm keeping track of my moods because I'm a moody girl, and in this season of life, I want to track that. It's important to me to know what's a good day, what's a bad day, so that I can look back and see I'm not doing so bad. So I have 4 different symbols I'm using, and that is all I'm going with. Then on the next page, last month, I wrote the question for a line a day. I plan on doing a line a day. And when you do a line a day, you want to set the tone of what you're going to write about. And so for last month, I chose what inspired you today. And I noticed I didn't have enough space. So I know that I need 2 pages, or I need to just stick with 1 line. So what inspired you today? This month, I'm going with what are you thankful for today? So a bit of a gratitude. Again, trying to keep my mood straight. Okay, so that is what the next page. Then the 3rd page is a habit tracker. These are all things that I'm trying to keep track of. My water intake, my movement, because as a crocheter and homeschooler and a caregiver and in my job, I don't get a lot of movement in. And as ill and as sick as I have been these past couple of years, I need to get moving because it's adding to my waistline. So here I just have things listed that I want to do, and I want to keep track of that. Then I have steps, right? Because sometimes I feel like in the season I'm in, I am not getting enough steps, and I want to reach for at least 10,000, and I'm struggling to do it. And then sleep. I want to work on my sleep, so that's in there. Then in the next page, the next spread here is, I shouldn't call it a spread, it's a page. I have previously kept a crochet journal where I was taking pictures and all the notes on everything that I made. I found that to be a tedious job because I make lots of things. I have made up to 20 to 30 things, and to take pictures of that many things and write about them was not my thing. So I decided, and I don't want to take pictures of everything I make. Sometimes things just don't make it, and I don't want to talk about it. I decided that I am just going to list it on 1 page here and keep track of it there. That way I can just see on a monthly basis how many things I'm making. So currently the total is 12 sponges. I'm making a peek-a-pow, and I know I'm going to finish it. And then I made the jelly bean bunnies that I showed recently. I made 3 of those, and I've made a sewing project just this month. So that is what I'm putting in there. And then the next page is just keeping track of all the books that I'm reading for the month. And that's just because I want to. The next page is very personal. You're going to know all my stats. So if you want to buy me an outfit, you'll have all my sizes. So again, talking about movement and wanting to be healthier this year, I drew this little sketch, but the feet, my husband drew, and it's pretty accurate. This is about what I look like. And we're not going to talk about it, but anyways, I like my sketch. This is all my measurements. And the reason why I'm doing that is because sometimes the scale doesn't show you what you're losing, but maybe your inches will. And so you'll feel better in your clothes. Well, I'm just going to keep track of it. So I measured it up because I like to make crochet garments and I am wanting to sew garments. And in order to do that, you need to know your sizes, especially your bust, your length, your hips. You need to know all that. So I've put it in there. And then on the next page, these are things that I plan to do to help get there, to get better at moving. Okay, and then all the rest is just my weekly spreads. This is my day-to-day, what to do, groceries, dinner, homeschool, appointments, whatnot. You get it. Okay, so now on to the crochet. So Cypress Textiles has this beautiful design called Happy Little Tree. Now, the way that she designed it is absolutely gorgeous and stunning, especially for yarn that is mix-matched and you don't know what to do with, like this one. This is a variegated yarn that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and this is the this is the flower Hexie. Now, if I made a bunch of these with a bunch of different mixed, it would look absolutely stunning. Maybe mixed in with a bunch of green, and then you'd have like a flower garden blanket. But see, that's what I mean. I'm going to make a ton of hexagon design blankets. So I'm not giving them to you all right now, but just take a look at this flower. It's absolutely gorgeous mixed with all those colors. There's the back of it. It took me a minute to get this pattern, but by the 4th one, I don't need the tutorial to help me. So here's another one in Hobby Lobby yarn, and this is another flower motif. This is in I Love This yarn. Quite bigger than this one. Beautiful. Okay, and then here is the plain hexagon in the same color. And then this is the only blue I had that could represent a sky. So I made quite a few of these to see if this is something I could work with. I don't think I want to do this. As you can tell, my whole life is around this color. And I want to stay away from it. So this is not going to happen. These were my practices. So then I dug into the yarn closet and didn't have all the colors that I needed, which were brown for the tree, green for the tree, green for the grass, white for my little cloud, and then maybe yellow if I included a sun. And just to think about it, you don't even have to use Cypress Textiles design. But Sarah D's design is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to make that one. And I think I've decided on some colors. So here is the green that I went with. So this is one of the flowers, and this could be my tree. I went ahead and photocopied it, a practice one, and practice to see where I would want things. So this could be my grass and it could be my tree. Or I could choose 2 different colors. In my coloring, I went ahead and made this a lighter green and this a darker green, but I don't know if I can find a darker green in the same shade, in the same brand of yarn. So here is another shade of green. Tell me what you think. I think it's a little too dark. Something that I really liked is that the yarn be heathered or variegated in some way. Sarah D. Crochet, she used Shepshes that I have never had it, but it has a mix of two colors so that it makes your whatever you're making in soft focus. So rather than just choosing a plain color, it is a bit of a soft focus when it has that little bit of mix of color in it. So I went with this one and this one, but I'm not sure I want to use both of them. What do you think? The tree and the grass. And then I made a couple of the plain ones to represent also the grass and the trunk. So the trunk is all going to have plain hexagons, and then I made one sky. This is the yarn I'm going with, Sweet Delight. And this one is marled. So it has a little bit of highlights of blue and white, but I found this one from my bags, my Bella Coco boxes, and love, this has that crinkle, that bit of crinkle to it, but I think I like it. So I made one of the plain hexagons, and I like the mix of the blue and white. So here I'm going to have the blue and white, the tree, and then the tree top. That's why I think maybe this green is too dark and that I should just stick with this one. So you let me know what you think. Those are the colors I'm going with. And then for the flowers at the bottom here, the flowers at the bottom, I'm going to make a variety of colors, but pink is going to be one of them. And so I made this one. Now you're supposed to leave a long tail so that when you combine them and mix them together, you can attach it. So I'm really excited that I am finally going to be able to make my hexagon design blanket. This has been on my radar for so long, but of course as crocheters, you know, it's like this, all the people and all the inspiration, and I want to make it all. Now, if you do not like Cypress Textiles design, there are a ton of hexagon designs you can use, and I don't know that I might switch it up as well as the months go by. Maybe I will make a blanket each month. I have no idea. But I also have this book called Hello Hexie, and they have 11 different hexagons to choose from. The Hexie, Granny Hexie, Solid Hexie, Lacy Hexie, Circle, I won't say Hexie anymore, Sunburst, Flower, African Flower, Textured, Bauble, and Trefoil. So those are all the hexagons that are in here. And just look at this lacy linen tee. Very beautiful for a little summer top to throw over a tank top. That would look really nice. They also have the hexagon cardigan in here, but keep in mind, this is in UK terms. It's called Hello Hexie, 20 Easy Crochet Patterns from Simple Granny Hexagons. So it is in UK terms though. Another thing I'd like to add is that if you would like to design your own hexagon blanket or you feel inspired as well, I will have a PDF sheet that you can print off yourself so that you can make your own hexagon blanket. And it looks like this. So this one I was going for like the tree is blowing, but this has a lot of tiny hexagons. You could of course enlarge it and make it like so. So I will have this available for you if you're interested in it. I, of course, have to work with this little sheet because it's in my notebook. And so I'm going to be working from this. So if you're interested, email me Hexagon sheet and I will email it to you. No problem. PDF. I also set up a Facebook group, Caroline at For the Love of Crochet. I'll have that listed down below. If you feel like following me there, I can't promise that I'll post there, but it's definitely going to be where you want to show me something and you don't feel like emailing me and then attaching a picture and, then we have to wait for me to email rather than just posting the picture on Facebook. I see it and then I could like it and we could chat in Facebook. So that is why I did it, so that we can have our community and I could see what you're making, and that's it. Everybody has a Facebook, so I don't expect anything. It's fine. It's just for fun. Okay, so that is my bullet journal spread. Let me know if you liked it or that you want to see the rest of my bullet journal spreads of hexagon blankets, or they're just going to be included in my crochet podcast. I think mostly everyone who commented said, yes, I'm interested in seeing, and only a couple of people told me just put it in your crochet podcast. So I just made the video. I am going to go with Baby D Sweet Delight. For the main reason being, I didn't want to have to order Shepshes. Gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but I'll list it right here. I really want that yarn, but I didn't want to order it and then wait for it because I suck at waiting. This was like the 4th time trying to film this video. So the odds were against me, but I don't know if I told you, but we haven't broke up yet. We're still together. But we're only 2 months in, so it's still the honeymoon stages. Let me know if you liked it and hit the like and subscribe and, do the thing. Bye.